Hello, 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 everybody. High fives. I'm Carey Lee. This is Into the Bliss 1717. And I got a message for you from Spirit, 2:12 on the clock. I am filming this on Wednesday, October 23rd. That could be some type of relevance for you. I have no idea when I'm going to post this. But if you know me, you know I like to split my readings up on the other platforms. My home base is YouTube at Into the Bliss 1717, but I do split up these readings into two parts. Part one is always the oracle reading. It's a big picture view on what the whole reading is going to typically like zoom in on with the tarot, right? Part two is always the initial spread, tarot spread. Oh, there was a honk. Yeah, we like that. And then to get the full bonus extended, and it's totally on me. It's my gift to all of you. Yes, an act of love, right? You can find that with the clarifiers on my YouTube channel, again, at Into the Bliss 1717. Without further ado, darlings, I want to say that these readings are timeless, okay? And I am channeling multiple energy threads. So that means that the whole reading may not resonate with you. There may be just little bits and pieces here and there, right? Oops. So just take what resonates and leave the rest on the table for someone else, okay, my loves? Don't let Oracle or Tarot rule over your life either. This is all about the reason that I do this is really truly to tap into spirit. I'm tapping into a general collective, right? That's why there's so many different energy threads. But the true reason I'm doing this is to really empower you to take action, to make those decisions and choices, moving the needle forward in your lives so that you can literally achieve your best, most highest potential. You know, Spirit wants the best for you. And the biggest thing I've learned through my experience, clearing out my vessel, you know, through my ascension process, is that Spirit really truly wants all of us, regardless of what your mission is here, regardless of what your path entails. He or she, Great Spirit wants every single one of us to really see how powerful we are individually and how our individual power together combined with the entire collective, how powerful we really are. And our biggest power, my loves, is the power of choice. Okay? So, bam, let me get off the soapbox. Tick, tick, tick. The first card that's coming through today, my loves, is Unmarked Trail, Revelation. 57 could be meaningful for you. I'm really into numerology and astrology as well, and soul blueprint readings, right? And so 57, you could be 57. When we reduce that down the first time, that comes to 12. I was like 2:12 on the clock when we started, right? 12 could be meaningful for you. Maybe you were born on the 12th. Maybe it's your favorite number, right? Maybe it's an anniversary or something, right? Reducing that down again to 3, because we always reduce down to the lowest, okay? I'm a numbers girl. 3 in numerology is really truly about our self-expression, our ability to co-create. It represents the Empress in the tarot, and she's like exudes confidence. She exudes that divine feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, right, guys? So what I notice about this card first and foremost is like the vegetation, the green, okay? And green represents the color of our heart chakra. And so what this message is, what Spirit is asking for this particular collective, again, take what resonates. I feel like a lot of you are like, I'm getting this vision of like banging your head against the wall, like repeating a cycle over and over again. The general message, the archetypal message is the same. Make it fit wherever it needs to fit in terms of business, career, love, friendship, finance, whatever, right? Spiritual path. But, I'm getting a sixth chakra squeeze on that. This is Spirit asking you to do a deep dive into your heart, into your soul, okay? To really get into a place where you're able to like contemplate, meditate, where you're able to dive in and retrieve your inner guidance. It's like you are not meant to follow the paths of other people. You are uniquely you, my loves, and you are meant to break your own trail. You are meant to create your own path. This is meant for you to actually, see how powerful you really truly are. Embodying that power. For some of you, taking your power back, opening up that heart, right? So that you can give and receive love, so that you can receive that inner guidance, so that you can actually co-create and bring to the table whatever it is that you're trying to bring to the table, right? Whether it's a new relationship, a new friendship, a new career, a new job, whatever, right? Make it, place it wherever it fits in your life, but the message and the energies are all the same. It's like, if you're doing the same thing repeatedly over and over again and you're not getting, I feel like you already know this. You already know that whatever it is that you've been doing, it's not working. You're not getting the results that you desire. And I feel like it's a matter of really bringing the mindset and the heart into coherence. Okay? It's like your soul has a calling. All right? We all have a soul blueprint. We are all born with a very unique soul blueprint. It's much like a fingerprint, my loves. And our soul blueprints, it's depending upon how you're looking at it, whether it's astrology, like natal charts, or actual soul blueprint readings by other means, right? It's usually dependent upon our date of birth, sometimes our location of birth, our birth name, right? It just depends on the modality, right? But our soul blueprints, basically, we are born with specific karma, specific soul lessons that we're here to learn and move the needle past and forward, right? And we are also born with specific gifts and, attributes and characteristics that will actually help us to, move past those obstacles, right? And I like to refer to them as key codes, And a lot of times these key codes are activated during eclipse cycles, during other type of moon cycles, new moon cycles, full moon cycles, right? But the bottom line with this is that if you, like, your heart already knows this, but your mind is like, you're it's like, okay, this is what's coming through. If I don't remember, I think Albert Einstein said this, but it's like, if you keep making the same decisions and choices and taking the same actions over and over again, but you're expecting a different result, it's literally the definition of an blah, 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 of insanity. And you know what? This is not a judgy, okay? Because been there, done that, okay? So this is definitely a call to action for you to do things differently, for you to make different choices. Like, be outrageous, be bold, give yourself permission to follow what your instincts, what your intuition is telling you. I'm here to help you learn how to trust yourself and trust this inner guidance. And be brave and be bold and move the needle forward. And so two cards that are coming through, actually. The first one is to surrender to silence. I saw this post from Gary Vee. Does anybody follow Gary Vee? He is such a badass McSass. Lots of really great advice in terms of just moving about your life confidently and accurately, kind of like similar alignment with what I'm trying to teach and educate on here as well. And I saw a post from him. I don't remember if it was this morning, if it was yesterday, but it really hit me. It was like one of his cartoon posts, which was really talking about one of the best ways to get those insights, to access those insights. I'm getting a 6th chakra squeeze on that, is through silence. Okay, so this card is referencing like just meditation, right? If you're not into a meditation practice, to learn how to get into those meditation practices, right? And it takes patience if you've never done it before, but it's totally doable. If meditation is not your jam, just being quiet and just silent and like literally, like I'm seeing that scene from Pretty Woman where she's like talking to Richard Gere in the movie, and she's like, let's just veg out and lay like broccoli and like do nothing. Like, just lay there and just stare off into the clouds and just contemplate. Like, let yourself just be quiet and do nothing for the sake of doing nothing. And another thing that's coming through from Gary Vee's post was talking about, like, when you take a shower, 222 on the clock, right place, right time. When you're taking a shower, don't listen to a podcast. Don't listen to music. Just be quiet. Just be silent. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I get some of my most powerful insights in the shower. I pray when I'm in the shower. I actually cleanse myself energetically, not just physically wash myself, but I set an intention. I thank Mother Earth for the water, And because water is very purifying and cleansing in so many ways, not just physically, but energetically. And I set the intention that the water is washing away anything and everything that doesn't have my best, most blessed interest at heart, and that like it's washing down the drain back to Mother Earth to be transmuted into pure unconditional divine love. That's alchemy, baby. That's spiritually and energetically cleansing yourself, right? Some of you needed to hear that. So surrendering to silence so that you can actually receive these insights. It helps you do that deep dive. Another thing that helps you with that deep dive is surrendering to rest and sleep. So restful activities like reading a book. That was another suggestion that he had that I do all the time. If I feel like I'm having a moment and I'm like stuck on something, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to like dip into one of my books and start reading. And you'd be surprised, you're intuitively led to a specific book or to read something, especially first thing in the morning, like instead of jumping on social media right away, which is just absolute garbage. It really truly is, because like you're literally cheating yourself out of just like setting your mindset up for like the best, even keeled mindset of the day, right? Dive into a book, dive into some poetry. You know what I mean? Dive into your spiritual books, wisdom type books, whatever tickles your fancy. You know what I mean? But surrendering to rest and sleep, you can really receive a lot of insight through rest, like a nap, just restful activities like quiet, silence, drawing, sketching, doing your art, right? Taking that nap, going to sleep, shutting off your electronics at night. It says to prevent burnout, slow down, give yourself permission to slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So I really hope that this was meaningful for you on some level. There's definitely a sense of urgency is what's coming through. Because I feel like a lot of you are on the verge of burnout if you're not already in burnout. Burnout culture is going out the window. It's exiting the building, especially for us here in the States. Like one of the most boldest actions that you can do, especially if you're an American, is to rest when the cycles of your body are asking you to rest, or the mental body is asking you to rest. That's bold action in a culture that glorifies burnout. That's exiting the building. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this portion of the reading here. If you feel called, I hope that it resonated with you. If this is where we end things, thank you so much for being with me. Part 2 will be posted later on with that tarot spread to go further into this, like a deeper dive. Drop a comment. Do all the little thingies, the likes, the follows, the whatnots. It helps the channels grow, and it helps the messages get out to others like yourself that may benefit from it. So take care, my loves. All right, so part 2, 12:59 on the clock. Let's go ahead and do a deeper dive. Spirit doesn't want me to even do a spread on this. The Spirit wants me to just go ahead and actually clarify each of these cards to kind of get a little bit more deeper dive. Let's talk about the unmarked trail. I feel like I need 3 cards, Spirit. Give me 3 cards, please, and thank you. What is going on? What's unfolding for this collective? Why are they being asked to do a deep dive into their hearts so that they can break new trail, pave their own path, their own unique path? Three, 2, and 1. Devil energies came out, Hangman, and Temperance. Wow, majors. This is like really a big deal. When I see major arcana cards like the Devil, the Hangman, the Temperance card come out, this is a very big soul lesson. It's a big deal. Okay? And it's really truly out of your control. Do you know what I mean? This is like I was talking about earlier. We all come in with these karmic situations, these life lessons, these soul lessons that we're here to move the needle forward, like slay that, break those patterns, right? So with the Devil energy, it's like freeing yourself. I'm getting like energy in terms of like belief structures, moving past and breaking yourself free from belief structures. There's some type of an obsession here. The Devil energy, reduce that down to 6. Maybe you're identifying as like you're being called to step up. For some of you, I feel like you're being called to step up to plate, to like become like service, like in service of humanity on some level. But it's like the devil energy definitely is giving me something to do with like past life as well. And it's like I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that doesn't feel like you can ever slow down. Like it's just I'm hearing rat race, rat race. And this is definitely part of your lesson to learn how to actually slow down and more than likely bring into balance your masculine and feminine energies. It's like I feel like I'm speaking to somebody that's like they're hyper masculinized, whether you identify as a man or a woman in the physical body. But it's like we all have masculine and feminine energies, and it's like the masculine energy in a healthy sense is the dynamic energy, and they take action. They execute the details, you know what I mean? But the masculine energy is not the creative. The feminine energy is the creative. And that's why Spirit's asking you to slow down, because the feminine slows down. The masculine energy enables the feminine to feel safe enough and confident enough to be able to slow down and do that creative work, right? And so what's coming in with that, another 12 card. Remember I was like 212 on the clock, 12, 12. This card reduces down to a 12. And it also reduces down to the Empress energy. And again, I said the Empress is confident. She moves slow. She is the one that co-creates with Spirit. And she's the one that brings in the ideas through her heart. Okay? And the masculine energy, like the Emperor, you know, her counterpart, her divine counterpart, the Emperor creates that space where she feels safe enough to do so. And the Emperor protects her, and the Emperor actually helps her to execute the steps so that she can bring in those ideas to, you know, paving her own trail and bringing them into a tangible thing, a tangible form here in the earth. So with the Hangman energy, this is about slowing down. This is about pausing. Do you see all the yellow energy in the background? That's like enlightenment. That's like empowering yourself. It's giving me solar plexus, our third chakra. It's giving me this energy of like, it's time for you to slow down and empower yourself by choosing to slow down, learning how to slow down, and getting into your heart space. This is about giving yourself time to pause and reflect. It's going to help shift your perspective on things, right? And so the Temperance card is coming out with that. Wow. So we've got 12 and then we've got 14 here. When we reduce 14 down, we get 5, and 5 is all about change. And so this is an opportunity. Your angels are with you, first of all. Temperance is our angels, right? Your angels are with you. They're here to support and guide you. They're trying to get information to you, but you can't receive that information unless you're letting that feminine energy within you stand forth. And if you're hyper masculinized, it's like you're up in your head. You know what I mean? When your feminine is leading you, you're able to sink in and get into your heart. And that's why we've got that silence card, surrendering to silence and surrendering to rest and sleep. So your angels with Temperance. Temperance is about alchemizing. Temperance is about learning. It's a big lesson about learning to find the middle of the polarities of masculine energy and feminine energy in this particular case. Okay? So this is really, truly a call for you to really balance and integrate your yin and yang. You know what I mean? There's messages. This is a really great card, though, too, because, like, when you can master this soul lesson, it's like you're going to be able to, like, it's impossible to stay in one energy or the other the whole time. But the whole purpose of Temperance is to learn how to shift. Like, recognize when you're in that masculine energy, when you're up in your head too much, and be able to shift it out and get back into your heart. So I like this very much. 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I told you I work with the bottom of the deck too. That's like what's going on really subconsciously. 3, there's that number 3 again. And I also have the 3 of Pentacles. This is about really you giving yourself permission to be anchored. 3 is about like community and service, right? I was saying there could be a potential call for you to be taking some type of a lead in your community, acts of service, maybe volunteering, maybe just hanging out with your friends for the sake of hanging out. Maybe you've been overworking. That hyper masculine energy is like burnout, overworking, right? It's like all work and no play makes for a dull person. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm calling you dull or anything, but it's like a dull life. You know what I mean? It's like give yourself permission to be anchored in the graces of joy and gratitude and love. That's very feminine energy. This water right here is very feminine energy. So the other three card that came out was the Three of Pentacles. And so again, this is about you staying focused and being able to really create, maybe collaborate with other people, create something, paving that new trail, right? So 33 could be meaningful for you as well. I like that energy. And lastly, underneath that was the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about, slowing down. He's the slowest out of all the knights. 2:33 on the clock. I can't make it up. 2:33 on October 23rd. 23, 5, change. Yeah, my mind just works like beep, 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 beep. But what I was going to say is the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck there, or underneath those cards, is about that knight is the slowest of all the knights. It's earth energy. It's being really grounded and centered, being methodical, just slowing down again so that you can receive that guidance, so that you can learn how to slow your roll. Like, this isn't just a one and doneer. This is like learning how to do this for the rest of your life. Show me the surrender to silence. What's to come in for the surrender to silence? Please and thank you, Spirit. 3, 2, and 1. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Yep, bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. It's like with the 5 of Materials, surrendering to silence. For some of you, there could be illness going on. For others of you, there could be some type of money issues going on, and that's why your hyper masculine energy is like blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? This could also be about transitioning and really healing and breaking cycles and patterns of going from like lack, or poverty, money consciousness, poverty consciousness to an abundant mindset, right? And so that really makes sense when we're going from an unhealthy masculine energy into a healthy feminine energy, a very abundant energy. It's like you have the power to definitely break free of this with that devil energy. And so surrendering to silence is going to really help bring forth that insight. It's like the Queen of Wands. You could be dealing with the Queen of Wands. You could be the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, fire sign. Fire energy is the fastest energy. And so if you think about the Temperance card in the other clarification, that would be learning how to find the balance and basically utilize that earth energy to slow down that Knight of Pentacles energy to help ground in that fire energy. It's like spirit channels through fire energy as well. And so being able to really, if you've got a lot of information coming through you and you're just unsure of what to do and you're not able to really, channel it out, it's not meant to stay in your body. And when it is in your body, it can really present as being up in your head and like mental anguish, right? So I feel like also the thing about the Queen of Wands is like, she is really like the lighthouse of the queens. Like in her really, healthy light attributes, she's very joyful and very charismatic and just like the fun bus, right? She loves having fun. She's very joyous and she likes to spread that energy around like very plentifully, right? In her undesirable attributes, because every card has light and dark attributes, right? We all have light and dark attributes. And again, it's about finding the pole, right? Not oppressing either side, really finding the balance and really grounding both sides in and like integrating them in a healthy way. It's like, I feel like with the Two of Swords, you've been blocking yourself from having fun. You've been blocking yourself from enjoying the little things in life. If you're moving so fast all the time, how are you ever going to be able to just enjoy and savor life? You know what I mean? So again, the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, clarifying that, that's all about learning how to, if you're juggling a lot in your life, it's like something's got to go. Something's got to go. What choices are you making? What habits do you have? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What activities are you doing that really gives you that sense of fulfillment and joy or not? Who are you allowing around you? What environments are you in? Is it hindering your progress or is it helping you move the needle forward, you know? So let's get some more information on the surrendering to rest and sleep. What do they need to know about surrendering to rest and sleep? Please and thank you. 3, 2, and 1. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Wow, and the Fool card. Yeah, this is definitely an opportunity. Yep, there's the Page of Voices on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups coming through, and the Seven of Pentacles. It's like the Page of Swords is really about being up in your head and like ruminating thoughts. Like you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to make the right decision. I feel like I'm speaking to a collective. You're afraid to do something different. You're afraid to listen to that, whatever guidance is coming through, and actually do it, because logically it's like it doesn't make sense logically. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. There could be kids involved, younger people involved. For some of you, like if you're a parent, you know what I mean? Or you're involved with somebody that's younger with you. But the Knight of Cups is an opportunity. It's like a new path wants to open up for you, okay? And again, this is about you breaking trail on a new path, right? Taking the risk, being outrageous and bold, trusting yourself, trusting the inner guidance that you're receiving. Not what's coming in through your head, what's coming in through your heart. And so with the Knight of Cups, it's an opportunity to move about the airplane cabin of your life. Like think of the pilots taking the fasten seatbelt sign off, and instead of getting up and rushing to the back of the plane to get to the bathroom because you have to go to the bathroom, you're just slowly, playfully like, hey man, what's up? Looking at all the other passengers like, hey, how you doing, yo? Everything good? Awesome. Like you're savoring and enjoying human connection. You're playful, you're fun, you're curious, you're lighthearted. You're not letting this fast and furious energy lead you. You're like slow and just enjoying it, like fun bus vibes, right? The Page of Cups is like, maybe you haven't been tapped into your emotions. Maybe you haven't allowed yourself to be tapped into your emotions. So the pages they're learning. It's like give yourself permission to explore your inner world. Give yourself permission to explore and learn, what it feels like. What do your feelings feel like? It's like when you are getting ready to make a choice, or you're around other people, what does your body feel? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel drained? Are you excited about something? Are you paranoid? Are you afraid? Your body wisdom and your emotions will speak to you through your body. So that's really interesting. What else wants to come through for this collective, please and thank you? Yeah, 3 of Cups again. It's like giving yourself permission to really anchor into the graces of gratitude, joy, and love. It's like getting out and having some fun. You know what I mean? Within your community or with family, with friends, right? I just feel like a lot of you have just really, you're like in burnout mode and you're just not, you're just not giving yourself permission to play. So I feel like give yourself permission to go and play a little bit. Give yourself permission to take some rest, do some restful activities and just slow down a little bit. Like the in bin's always going to be full. There's always going to be laundry to do, right? There's always going to be this, that, and the other thing to do. So what's the rush? What's the rush? I mean, we're living this life. We've got one life here. We might as well enjoy it, right? I hope that this was helpful for you in some way, shape, or form, my loves. If it was, again, drop something in the comments for me. If not, that's okay too. Always appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, and all that good stuff. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, if you're aligned with my energy and you're feeling it, awesome sauce. My booking link is in the description box of the reading over at YouTube. You can also find it over in the bios at Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Same handle at Into the Bliss 1717. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And, I hope that this was helpful for you. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to trust yourself, okay? And trust the inner guidance. You are so much more powerful than you think. You really, truly are. Anyway, until next time, my loves, be well, love well, live well. Chef's Kiss vibes. I love you all.